Hey guys, hope you're doing well. When I first got this car, a lot of what is on it was not in the initial game plan. Between the wrap, the wheels, the interior work, the headlights, it all just kind of came about the longer I had the car and just grew from there. Now with that, one of the most common questions I get is if I can help you guys out with your Fusions. Now with so much aftermarket support for this car, there's a lot that you can do, but I do have a tried and true blueprint that I want to pass on to you guys in this video. So whether you want to get more out of your car without spending too much, or you want to take your car to the next level, this blueprint will apply across the board. Now it's really just 5 things, but the first 3 all have to do with the front end. So first up is addressing the grille. This is where the car gets a lot of its Aston Martin inspiration, but it is a lot of chrome, so being able to black that out definitely gives the car some depth and an overall more aggressive look. Now there are tons of options out there, but I'm definitely partial to the gloss black honeycomb grille. It's inexpensive, easy to install. You can get it on Amazon, eBay, even Rock Auto. My buddy Taylor has one on his Fusion, and it's probably one of the cleanest Fusions you're gonna find. If you want to take it a step up, you can get the JMA Racing grille like I have on my car. It is an upper and a lower, but you can buy just one at a time. It's gonna come in fiberglass, but you can also get it optioned in carbon fiber, and you can even customize the carbon fiber. My friend Chris had honeycomb carbon fiber, and then Ken has purple in his carbon fiber, which is insane. But if you want to take it another step further, you can get the Mondeo specific grille that is not available here in the States. Granted, you can still order it and get it shipped here to the States, but I've never seen anyone run it. It's a really cool looking grille, and if you end up with this, it'll definitely give your car that overall unique factor that not many other Fusions have. Also, yes, if you're asking, this is a Fusion hat. Just made these. These are in my shop if you want to check them out. Next up are headlights. Now this car's been around long enough that there are a ton of options out there to upgrade performance, visibility, and overall give them a much more modern touch. Continuing with chrome, a lot of the factory headlights for this car utilize chrome in the form of the reflectors, but those are pretty dated. So if you're looking to upgrade or replace your headlights, there's 2 pieces of criteria that I would suggest looking into. The first being dual projectors, so you're upgrading from reflectors to projectors, and the second being a black housing. The projectors are going to give the headlights a much more crisp and clean light, and you remove the need for chrome being used as a reflector, so the housing as a whole being black can give the car a much more sleek look. Now there's tons of options out there. You can get a set like these from Amazon for about 300 bucks. These are pretty popular. I have a few friends that have these and they say good things. And then another step up, you can get a set just like these. These are the built-in Demon Eye headlights for this car. I really like that factor. Now these you can get from TTABC. Now I do have a discount code with them. If you order from their website, you can save yourself some money on your order. And then another step up past that would be like the Mustang style headlights, which I used to have on this car. Those are really cool. Functionality is great, and you can do a ton of customization with those. Also available for the facelifted Fusions as well, as my buddy Alex had a set on his. He did the full RGB treatment, so there's definitely tons of potential with these headlights. But nonetheless, with dual projectors, you'll just get upgraded performance across the board. Now last for the front end would be the front lip. Now this is definitely gonna be the most optional, of course. I think they look really great on this car, and they definitely give some nice angles to the front end. A little disclaimer, I would definitely suggest starting off with something very simple and inexpensive, like the 3-piece one from Amazon. That one looks great, it's a very easy install as well, and it gives you a little bit of a feel on how to drive with a front lip. Now it's really just for looks, but for 60 bucks, not a bad deal at all. Now, if you want a step up from that one, you can get this lip from Stillin. This one is pretty popular in the community, and rightfully so. A lot of my friends have it and they say some awesome things, and it is a gorgeous piece. Or the counterpart, the 3D carbon lip, which I used to have on my car up until a trailer decided to drop some debris right in front of me, so RIP. That one is technically called a front air dam, and it mounts very similarly to where if it were a bumper extension. Now 3D Carbon doesn't specifically make one for 2017 plus, but at this point this piece has been around for so long that some companies took the design and molded it to a 2017 plus, and those are also linked in the description box down below. And then if you want to step up from that, you can get the front splitter from APR. This thing is all about downforce to the point where you can even stand on it. Next up, I would suggest a chrome delete. Now usually the higher the trim level, the more chrome you're gonna have. We've already addressed the front, but I would definitely suggest doing a delete on the window trim right here. Now I did do a video last week on how to do DIY chrome deletes. I'm gonna link it in the top right corner in case you wanna check it out and save yourself a couple $100. But as you can see, I've blacked out a ton on this car. So we have the chrome delete, we have a gloss black spoiler, blacked out taillights, gloss black door handles, gloss black mirrors, and topping it all off with a gloss black roof wrap, which is definitely something I'd recommend, assuming praying your car is not black because then you won't really be able to tell. But the car is a mid-size sedan, so being able to make it look a little sleeker, a little more angular, definitely carries a lot of weight. And lastly, wheels/suspension. Now I'm saying both of them together because for a lot of people, this car is a daily, so you're not always looking to upgrade both. But if you address just one of these, I think you've got a winner. Starting off with the wheels, you can go pretty inexpensive, or you can obviously go very expensive because the world of wheels is pretty extensive. And you can definitely get some really good results just upgrading the wheels, even on a budget like I was initially. A car that shares a bolt pattern with the Fusion is the Focus, and the Focus did have a trim level of the ST, which did give the car more upgraded wheels in the form of these snowflakes, and then these other ones that I actually don't know if there's a specific name for them. But the majority of people that have Focus STs are going to upgrade their wheels to something else, so you can get these wheels for really good deals and put them on your Fusion as they bolt right up. I specifically got a set of these snowflakes. I found them on Facebook Marketplace for like $100, got them painted black, and I ran them on my car for years. They were definitely a staple of the early phases of this car, and I would definitely recommend them to anybody looking to upgrade their wheels without spending too much money. But upgrading to 18s, 19s, or even 20s like I have now, I definitely feel like that's kind of like the bread and butter of what looks really good with this car, because again, it's a larger car. These are the specs of my wheel and tire setup right now, and this is probably about the max of what you can get without any rubbing or having to do any modification to the body of the vehicle. And a little side note, if you are looking to get larger wheels for your vehicle and it is a daily, I definitely suggest getting colors that are going to be a little bit more forgiving. I got these in this silver because they are powder coated, but if they get dinged up, it's still going to be silver underneath. So it definitely gives some peace of mind in daily driving. Now, being my daily, I don't clean these like super thoroughly. I wash the car, so I'm just using the same soap for these. I will admit it's pretty hard to get to the barrels with these spokes, but for having these wheels as long as I have, they look great, they handle great, and overall, I'm really happy with the purchase. But past that is going to be the suspension. Now, this car looks great lowered by basically any means. Now, the most friendly is going to be lowering springs. If you want to get an overall factory-like ride, the lowering springs from Sita are what I have on my car. They're going to lower your car about an inch overall, but it is still a super comfortable ride as I daily this car. The Vaughtlin lowering springs are also pretty popular. Those are going to lower your car a little bit more, about 1.25 inches. But past that, you're going to be looking at coilovers. It's going to handle a lot better, but it is going to be more stiff, so it's not always recommended for dailies or vehicles that you're going to have a bunch of people in. And then lastly, bags, which are probably one of the best things you can do to this car. They are expensive for sure, but comfort, functionality, and being able to slam the car all the way to the ground, definitely very much so worth it. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you in the next one.